Eddie.
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 Eddie. Eddie. Eddie.
Eddie.
Everything.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Buttered Pop. We are here for a very premiere pilot, whatever you're going to call it, episode of my brand new show, Eddie Everything. And what Eddie Everything is I'm going to talk about anything, everything that I want to talk about that I can't talk about on Buttered Pop with an amazing guest each time. So for our first episode, I have none other than Gigi.
Hello.
You might recognize her from Vanderpump Rules. You might recognize her as Corinne Olympios' ex-friend. Right? Is ex-friend, ex-assistant?
Ex paid sidekick. I don't know if
Paid-
assistant is the right word.
Paid
but-
sidekick. We're going to get into that because I actually almost applied for that job. FYI, no, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But before we get started, before we get into the nitty gritty, we want to make sure that everyone who's watching, make sure you guys listen to us and are subscribing on Buttered Pop Podcast. We're SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play Music, iTunes, the whole shebang. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram by searching @buttered_pop. Gigi, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at OMGGerelyn because that's my birth given name. But yeah, you can still call me OMGG or OM Gerelyn. But
her Instagram's amazing. She's hilarious. She does like stories and she has beautiful pictures.
I'm a joke.
No,
Like,
you're not
I
a joke.
like being a joke.
Same.
I want people to laugh. Like I'm not on there to be like, well, sometimes I serve, but like
I mean, everyone does like their little photo shoots but most of the time I'm just like doing something silly that just brings people like happiness.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's so much sadness on social media and so much like fakeness.
Oh my God, there's so much fakeness, but sometimes you want to be hot and sexy, but most times I'm just trying to make people laugh.
No, she does make me laugh and
Okay.
she's amazing. And if you want to follow me and see if I'm making you laugh, I'm at Eddie_Estrada on everything. Like just follow me.
Follow that.
There's a new social media like next week. I'll probably be at Eddie_Estrada. So it works.
Love
But let's start talking about you. So what's been up with you? I mean, you were on Vanderpump Rules last season, not this season. Your big drama was you slept with James. You gave him the bag in like the club, which was like my favorite scene. No, you were amazing. So what have you been up to since the show? Do you still work at SUR? Give us a little like situation of like what Gigi's been up to.
I'm not working at SUR anymore. I've been going there frequently just to hang out with people because, when you work at SUR, you're a family, and I'm still like best friends with everybody. I just went with I just went with a big group of people like after SUR, meetup, drinks, and then we went to Jones. Have you ever been there? It's Hollywood. It's
Jones
on
on
Santa
Third.
Monica.
Not like the Bakery Jones.
No.
This is like a new
Jones on
club?
Third. No, it's like an old like cute bar, but they're like very vintage. They have spaghetti and pizza. It's so good.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, it's so good. And we went, and it was so nice catching up with people. My friend Brooke and I don't work there anymore, but we were like, oh my God, like I miss working at SUR. I feel like I've just been so busy traveling. I've been visiting my friends in Miami and New York. And
Little jet setter Gigi.
yeah, I had literally been on a plane like just every couple days because my friends are like, just come here. And I'm like, fine. I've been working for my family a lot. My family lives in Northern California. They're actually starting their own water company. It's
Water
just, like,
company?
a new project. Yeah, because we have this, I don't like everything my family has is not connected to me. They don't like feed me money or anything, but they have this castle in San Francisco and it has water like vent or I don't know what they are. They're like water pits, but it's all clear, clean
And, like, good water.
Yeah. So my family bought a filtration system and we're going to bottle our own water and start selling it, which is, I know it's so boring and it's like not entertainment
that's so
industry,
cool.
but yeah, like it's just like I've been taking a whole new career path like away from the entertainment industry and I like it. It's definitely boring, but like I honestly really just want to be rich.
Girl, you and me both. Like that's like at the end of the day, like I don't care what happens. Like I just need the money in my pocket.
Yeah, like I have been really like because I feel like when you get I'm not calling myself famous. Trust me, I know I was
Gigi,
never
queen
famous,
of fame.
but when you even get a taste of it, you get a lot of negativity. At least I did. I had so many negative articles written about me, like, oh, this slut, like hooking up with James, wants attention, blah, blah, blah. And like, it was fun to film Vanderpump Rules, but I did get a lot of negative feedback from that. So I have just decided that I really want to be successful. I want to be rich, and I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be in People magazine. I want to be famous like Elon Musk is. Like,
oh wow, you want to be like
I want to be like
business
or married to one of those people. So.
That's also on my list. It's like if I can't do it myself, I better find a husband that can.
Yeah. But like I love doing stuff like this. Like if I ever did work at Sir again, which I want to because I miss it, and I got asked to be on the show, I have no idea. Like that's so far fetched that it could maybe never happen. But I feel like I would just take a different approach. Like I don't know. I feel like anytime I've done stuff like this, any interviews, I've always been extremely honest.
Yeah.
But when I was filming Vanderpump Rules like a couple seasons ago, I felt like there was just so, like, it was so new to me that sometimes I would get like a little erratic, not because the camera was on me, but because like you're hearing so many different things from different people that you get, like, you feel betrayed or stuff like that. I don't know if this is off topic or not. Like,
no, this is okay. Girl, the point of the show is that there are no topics because I get like off topic. Yeah. That's my topic is off topic.
I'm like on a roll.
I'm loving it. I'm like, give me more. I love hearing this.
So yeah, like I just know that right now I'm not trying to be famous. Like I love doing stuff like this, like showing people who I am. I do want to be famous like Elon Musk is, but I don't want to be like some crazy person trying hard to do anything except be rich.
Yeah, well, I feel like people who are like trying constantly to be famous, like just to be famous, are like the most disgusting, vile people in the entire world. You know what I mean? Not like they're like
for sure.
They're just so bottom feeder hungry, and it's like do something for yourself. Yeah,
anything. They're just like they just go nuts because they want attention, and
as I'm like hosting my own show and podcast, look at me. No,
people are gonna be like, "Oh, why are you doing a podcast then?" Why?
Yeah.
But like,
everyone's gonna be like, "Then why are you guys doing this?" Like, well, because we love like talking.
It's fun,
it's fun.
But this is the thing too with me. It's like if you see me and you don't like what you're getting, cool. I don't like you either, then, bitch. Exactly. Like, leave me alone.
Bye, bitch.
But if you like me, cool. Like, I'm not gonna go after these people who don't like me and try to get them to like me. I'm just gonna be myself, tell my truth, and I hope for positive feedback. But if I don't get it, I literally do not care.
I mean, girl, I'm loving this.
Like, come for me.
Yeah, come for Gigi. Okay. Like, girl, come fight. By the way, if you didn't know, we're drinking rosé. Cheers, girl.
Support you,
Vanderpump
Lisa.
Rosé. Thank you, Lisa. It's actually really good. Have you had this before?
It's so good. I'm definitely like a champagne or a rosé kind of girl, and I love it. She knows her quality. Yeah. She's high end. Like, she's not some...
I thought it was going to be, like, sweet, and I was nervous because a lot of rosés, like, or, like, drinks and, like, whatever by, like, the celebrity are always, like, super sweet and, like, gross.
Yeah, they're, like, have some, like, syrup in it.
Have you ever had Mixed Moscato by Nicki Minaj?
No, I didn't even know she had it.
It's so, first of all, to tell you the quality of it, it's sold at Cost Plus World Market. That's where I found it. It is literally sugar syrup with alcohol. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. This is like
probably
quality.
Won't try that.
We're like doing a whole commercial
like,
for
this is
Vanderpump
Chanel,
Rosé.
Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Nicki.
I'm sorry, Nicki, but sounds like Michael Kors.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what it was. I will never drink Mixed Moscato again, ever. Like, I heard it in a rap once, and I was like, oh, I want to try this, and now I'm like, stay away.
That's hilarious.
But do they serve this at the restaurant at Sir?
I believe we do. We don't sell like the bottle, but
I found this at Gelson's.
I say we.
Yeah, well, you're still part of the family. So
yeah, I will always like support them, support Lisa, even if I don't get my job back. But yeah, I honestly just have been like so all over the place though, like, and I want to like finally just like try to stay.
Do you think you're gonna stay in San Francisco, or do you think you're gonna stay in LA? Like, what's your
I'm back and forth. I'm not even joking. Like every week.
I mean, I go back and forth a lot too, because you know I'm from the Bay Area too. Yeah. We bonded over this from East Bay as well. And I mean, I literally flew in this morning from SF.
I flew in last night. My flight was delayed, but like right when I got here, I was like, I need sugarfish. Like
I saw on your Instagram, I was like,
I cannot go too long without sugarfish. I get unhappy. I get erratic. I lash out. I need it.
I love the little box, like to-go box. I get it for lunch sometimes, for dinner. Like it's just so nice to get. And the sushi in LA is like top notch.
It is. It really is. It's so good.
Well, let's talk about your family, I guess, a little bit. Let's play a little game. We love games here on Buttered Pop. So this was a video I did kind of here and there for Buttered Pop when we were doing like the Vanderpump Rules podcast when I was back on it before Shira and Armin took over. And, you know, I don't have time. I don't have time to do all the podcasts. I'm sorry, everyone at Buttered Pop. I wish I could. But I also have a life beyond Buttered Pop. But it's called Vanderpump or Vanderdump.
Love it.
So the concept is you're going to pump up someone or dump them based on how they're acting. And usually I do it based on the episode. So I'm like, oh, like, Stassi, I'm dumping you this week because you threw a fit at your birthday when there was, like, no big deal to, like, the stripper. Or, like, I'm pumping up Ariana for talking about therapy, like, stuff like that. So based on, like, your personal interactions with everyone currently or the last time you interacted with them, we're going to see if you Vanderpump them or Vanderdump them. Okay, so let's start with the first person, which is James. That's the one you're most connected to. So I'm just going to start with get the hard one out first. Get it over with. Rip off the Band-Aid. Vanderpump or Vanderdump?
This one is kind of hard because I feel like we've made amends. Like if we've seen each other, like he'll say hi, or even Raquel has said hi. Like last year at Pride, she came up to me and was like, "Do you want this drink?" I was like, like poisoned? What? Like, are you okay?
She poisoned it.
Yeah, no. I was like, well, I did black out that day, but
Raquel, we're looking at you.
I don't know.
As I saw Raquel yesterday.
I know. So dead about that. I'm just gonna say pump because I want to let it go.
I love
just
that.
Be like, I really want to just be like tranquilo. That's what I've been saying lately. I am Mexican, if you guys didn't know. But
same. Look at us. Are you half?
I'm Latina. Yeah, I'm half.
Oh my god, girl! I always talk on my podcast. I'm like, bitch, I'm ethnic. I'm half Mexican.
I know. People will be like, oh my god, you can't do that because you're white, and I'm like, no, bitch. Like, I am Mexican.
Yeah, I might be wearing white with all white, but
yeah, and I may be pale. I may be at sunburnt, but I'm Mexican. So.
Girl, we were literally. I feel like we were more connected than like I knew at the beginning. Like,
no,
I
know. No, remember you didn't like me at
I
first.
didn't.
You were like, Gigi's psychotic, and I heard it, and I was like,
oh my god, I talked so much shit about you on the podcast, and then I met you, and I was like, I love you.
Okay,
but that's just me.
No, but that's just like everybody. I feel like most people who meet me after that, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like,
I was like, who's this bottom feeder trying to be famous on Vanderpump Rules with my people?
I know.
And then I met you and I was like, oh, you're just another bitch from the Bay like me.
Yes!
Like us Bay bitches. Like we just know how to keep it real. We have a little bit of like
a little spice. Yeah. I admit sometimes I'm a bitch. Sometimes I'm a little crazy, but like I'm always telling the truth. Always. Like you will never catch me in a lie. Try. Catch me.
I mean, sometimes I lie to get my way, but like that's the only reason.
Then I admit it after.
Yeah,
I'm like, you fell for me.
Girl, I love it. Okay, so let's move on from James. Let's do the other like new girl. Let's do Lala.
Lala Pump. I gotta say, like, I feel like she just owns it. Like she never let like the season when I was on with her. People were saying so much shit about her, and she never lost her cool. She was like. You know, and the thing with her man, I've been in like a similar situation with that where I've like loved somebody who was like way older than I was or that no one else approved of, but that's her own business. And he didn't want to be on the show. There's a lot of stuff that you can't explain too when stuff gets cut so much, you know? Like I couldn't explain like all my stuff with James. I tried, but they're going to cut and they're going to put what they think is going to sell.
Exactly. They're going to
make the story. Which is not their fault. That's their job. Like I love the producers of Vanderpump Rules.
They're also brilliant. The editors too.
Yeah, like it's a good show.
It's so good.
So yeah, I've got to say, like, I have a lot of respect for Lala.
I'm going to be honest. I did not like Lala when she first came on the show. I was like, who is this wannabe? Like, she's crazy. But now I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, I love her. And she's so gorgeous.
She's so pretty.
Like, she posts pictures and I'm like, Like,
let
let me just like that 5 times. Like, she's so gorgeous. And she really is a sweet girl. Like, when I was on Vanderpump Rules, when James, or what's his name? Tom was like yelling at me, like being all like girly and weird. I was like, he like mentioned Lala, told him something. So like I lashed out at her and was like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. But so we had like a little tiff for a while.
Yeah.
But then like she came up to me once when I was working at Sir. She's like, can I just give you a hug? I was like, yeah. And so like, yeah, I honestly have the same feeling though with all of them. Like, at the end of the day, like, do we really have to hold all this stuff against each other? Like, I'm so, like, detached from a lot of that drama now, but, like, at that time, like, I don't know, even, like, a month after, I was just like, oh, my God, like, can everybody just be friends? At the end of the day, like, it is really nice when everybody just gets along.
No, that's, like, and I feel like that happens kind of, like, at the beginning of every season. Everyone's, like, kind of on the same ground.
Yeah.
But then, like, the drama gets, like, heavy and you have to do the whole thing. Okay, so we did James, we did Lala. Let's do Sheena.
Dump. Sorry.
Like, literally, these are all my answers. Like, I'm like, are you reading my brain? I'm over her.
Dude, but she's just so, this is what I don't like about her, is she's so fake. Like, she will come up to me at SUR, be so nice to me, and then, you know, I hear that she's talking shit about me on a podcast. Like, okay, Sheena, like, what did I do to you? Exactly. It is like like if it's a scale and here's pump, here's dump, it is like I'm dump, but it goes back and forth because like I'm not going to be a bitch to her. Like if she's around me or if I see her at SUR, I'm not going to be mean to her, even though she talks shit about me on a podcast because she had needed something to talk about probably. I don't know what her life seems so boring to me.
It's weird too. She's like hanging out with all these like weird like so I don't know if you watched The Challenge. Do you watch The Challenge at all? Like MTV?
No, but this girl I used to work with was obsessed with it.
Okay, my roommate got me into it. I'm obsessed. It's so good.
Oh, really?
But there's this girl on it, Kayla, who I don't like, and she's like BFFs with Sheena now. And I'm like, for real? Like, of course, like the two girls from like the show that I'm like not the biggest fan of. Are like best friends, and she's kind of fake too.
Oh, wow.
So I get that. Okay, so we're gonna jump from Sheena, and we're gonna go. Let's move into the Witches of WeHo. Ooh. So we'll start with Katie, and we'll talk about I'll bring the guys in here and there, but let's talk about Katie Maloney.
Katie, personally, I honestly haven't had too many interactions with her, but anytime I have, she's been nice to me, like just smiles at me. She probably just doesn't care about me. She's probably like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, who's this girl?
And so, but nothing bad to say about her.
Cool. So she's pumped. And Tom Schwartz.
A year ago, I would have said dumped, but like he's nice to me, so I say pump, but also he's just so irrelevant to my life. Like but I feel like I still have the same, not the same like animosity towards him, but I feel the same like opinions about him. Like he totally is posing anytime he's on camera. He's acting, but like
wait,
he's
kind of
dramatic.
Or Schwartz?
Oh my God, I'm talking about Sandoval.
You're talking about Sandoval. And it's fine because I understood you were talking about Sandoval.
Yeah, right, because I would never say that about Schwartz.
So we'll just do that. This is Sandoval.
That was Sandoval. That's my opinion of Sandoval.
I know. You started talking. I was like, acting. We're talking about Sandoval.
Yeah, no, because Schwartz is so funny.
He was on our podcast.
Oh, really?
He came on and did an interview. He was the nicest ever.
He's sweet and funny.
I thought the interview was maybe going to be like 45 minutes. He was like going to be gotta go. How long did we talk, Armin? Like an hour, 2 hours? Oh. It was crazy. He was the nicest ever. Yeah. I loved him.
So no wonder to me that him and Katie are together because to me they seem like some nice people, nice couple. So yeah. I like Schwartz. Sandoval, I still like too. If I saw him, I would say hi to him.
Yeah.
But I have the same like opinions towards him. I think that he's just like I think that he like totally came at me a couple seasons ago for like I was just like,
and you're like,
bitch, like why have you never talked to me besides this?
And then now you're gonna come at me.
Yeah. But then since then, I've like made him a reservation at SUR. I've gotten him a really nice table. So. Whatever.
Maybe I need to talk to you for when I make my resume. See if you can like hook some things up.
Well, I could text somebody.
Girl, let me know. I'm going there for Pride. So me and my roommate. Okay. So, all right. So we did Sandoval, Schwartz, Katie. Let's do Ariana because we already did the other Tom. Let's talk about Ariana. What are your feelings on her?
God, I don't know because to me, I feel like she was mean to me like when I knew those people a year ago, but now I feel the same way about like her and Sandoval. Like if I saw both of them, I'd be nice to her, but she's kind of mean. Like she's gorgeous, but she's mean. So it's like half pump, half dumb. She's mean to me.
Well, you can kind of see on the show. She has like she's like nice, but then she'll like say things that are kind of cutting to people.
Yeah, like I feel like she just wants to be mean, and I'm like, dude, like, are you talking to me like a normal person? But again, this is all stuff from like last year, a year and a half ago. So it's like, wait, was that 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago when we filmed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but then it came out
last year. But so yeah, I just like, she's the type of girl that I'd keep my distance from.
Yeah.
But I'll be nice to her. Like, I'm like on a new path where I just don't want to be mean to anybody.
She's in all white. She's pure now.
Angel. Like, I'm not going to be mean to anybody. And if anybody if she like went combated that and was like, oh my God, well, you're an attention seeking bitch, I just be like, okay,
thanks.
Fine. Like, okay. I don't want any drama with anybody else anymore, because I still interact with them, people there. Yeah, I'm still really close with people that she's close with, and I'm not gonna, I don't know. She's mean, but it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, well, let's move into people who no longer work at SUR.
Okay.
So let's do Kristen. How are your feelings on Kristen?
Oh, Kristen. Oh my God. Okay. So after the reunion last year, I didn't watch, because if I have like this crazy anxiety that if I know somebody is going to be talking about me.
And they did talk about you.
Yeah. I cannot watch. I cannot listen. I can't read about it. So, but I was getting like DMs from like random people. I was getting comments from people saying like, oh, see, we knew you were a whore. Like, we knew you were attention seeking whore. And so I texted Kristen, and I was just like, can I swear?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, no, I've said like shit like 3 times already, so you're fine.
I was like, fuck you. Like, I really opened up to you about James, and then to hear that you're talking bad about me, like, fuck you and your old ass friend. Like, I was talking about her and Stassi. But the thing is, like, when I used to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, side note, like, Brandy would always talk bad about people and be like, oh, you're old. And I'd be like, why is she doing that when she's going to be old one day? So, like, then, like, you know, hypocritical me, I'm talking about these girls who are like, I'm like, you guys are old and, like, has been.
They're, like, 30.
I was like, Stassi has saggy boobs. She's so gross. Yeah, but Stassi's gorgeous. I think they're all really pretty. But,
yeah.
I actually think Katie Maloney's the prettiest, but
she's very pretty.
I think she's like, her features, her nose is so cute. If you like in person, prettiest girl, but like Stassi's super, like, I feel like Stassi does more. I don't know. I don't follow her, but sometimes I will click. See, I admit it. I will go on your page, look at your pics. I won't like anything. I don't follow you, but I admire it.
Yeah, you gotta show respect when you gotta show respect.
Yeah, sometimes. Like, I feel like people will be like, I don't even see that girl. Like, never. She probably doesn't look at mine, but. You know, I don't give a shit. Sometimes I look at their pages. But
would you like some more rosé, by the way?
Yes, please. Yes, please. But so yeah, Stassi, for me, I feel like I don't know her, so I can't say anything, but oh wait, we're talking about Kristen.
Well, you could do Stassi, we could go back to Kristen.
Okay,
Stassi.
Well, I texted Kristen after the show and was like, I was working at SUR and I was like a little drunk. We don't drink there, but like,
no, it's okay. I used to work at a coffee shop and we used to drink on the coffee shop.
God,
like, I get it.
Funny.
I understand.
So I texted her all that and was like talking shit about her and her friend. And like my friend Brooke, who's a manager there, was like, Gigi, like, this is stuff you can't take back. But I was drunk, and like, I know that it wasn't a big deal, but at the time I felt like there's a huge audience of people getting this image and this depiction of me that's just not true. So I was like, who am I going to take it out on? But I have Kristen's number, so why don't I text her?
You're like, first line is Kristen.
First line is fuck you and your friends are old, which I am saying now. I do regret. I wish I didn't do that, but you know, I'm saying I did it. So at least I'm being honest. And I guess I'm really good friends with Christina Kelly. Is she still on the show?
Here and there.
Okay. I love her though, and she's best friends with Stassi, and she got dinner with her, and Stassi, I guess, was like, I don't even know Gigi for her to say that stuff about me. And Christina was like, exactly, you don't know her. So like, why were you guys talking about her? Like, I was only defending myself. Like, at that time, I don't know you guys, but you guys are talking about me. So what do you think I'm going to do? Like, of course I was going to lash out. I do think that it wasn't the right approach to take. I probably should have just shut my mouth, but that's just me. I feel like when people talk about me, I get defensive if it's untrue. And it was untrue at the time. I didn't know Stassi. So for her to even mention my name, like, don't talk about me.
Don't talk about me. Don't put my name in your mouth if you don't know me.
Don't put my
Keep
name
it out
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. So both of them are pretty much dump, but like at the same time, like it's just with everybody there, like I feel like we're both kind of irrelevant to each other's lives. Like they probably do not think about me, although I heard it was talked about on this last year's reunion.
Oh, I haven't finished it. I know it's so bad. I know I do the podcast.
Yeah, like, I didn't watch. I just heard from some of my friends.
So I need to watch because I need to like now find out what they said about you.
I think it was super minor. It was just like, oh, like
a name drop.
Who slept with James or something like that.
Okay, I have to ask you questions about that later. Okay. So we're gonna get into that. But I'm gonna do like the last, I guess, like 2 that I want to ask you about. And we're gonna do them together. And then I want to ask you about.
I'm getting so
oh my god, take it off, girl.
It is so fucking hot.
Here, do you want me to? We can give it to our Armin, our producer. Just we'll do it.
I left the tag on. That's so tactful.
Girl, this is real.
But if you want to know.
This is the tag. If you want to know where to get it from, pause the video, Zoom. If you're listening, go to the video. We're on YouTube. Okay, so I know one of these people you had a really great relationship with, and then the other one is just drama. Mm-hmm. So Brittany and Jax. Oh,
Brittany. I just love her. Like, she's just what you see on TV is who she is. Like, she's a nice girl. She doesn't want to say a mean thing about anybody, but she will, like, she's always honest as far as I know. Like, I haven't seen her in so long, but I saw her at some event for, like, some event. I don't know. I was still working at SIR, but, like, she still works there, but, like, or I don't know if she still does now, but, like, at the time, she was only working there, like, a couple days a month. Sorry, I just burped. No, you're fine. It happens to me all the time, especially with the rosé. It's like, ooh, we're feeling a little bubbly. We're having a couple drinks. Yeah, we're like literally Cardi B up in here. It's like, oh my god, GGB and IDB. Woo! But yeah, Brittany's amazing. Great. I will always pump her up. Like, I love her.
And Jax?
Well, he's never done. As far as my personal interactions have gone with him, he's been really sweet, super nice. Like, the stuff I hear about him kind of sucks, like the stuff with Faith. I think that was disgusting, and I do think Brittany deserves better, but you know, he's it's just it's not my place to say. Also, like, I've been in relationships not where I've cheated, but like where that person has, or and I don't know, it's just like when you love someone, like, I feel like that is your personal relationship. Yeah. So whatever she decides, that's her own thing. Like, I have no idea what's going on between them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have no idea.
So we have no place to say, but we like to comment on it.
Yeah.
What we see on TV, we can talk about the show.
The only reason I say that is because Brittany's so sweet. So I'm like, it's not my place. But any girl that I don't like, it's like, fuck her. She has no self-respect.
She deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
well, I think that's it for Vanderpump or Vanderdump, but I want to get into Faith. Like, I want to know what is Faith's end game? How did you not get on X on the Beach and Faith did? Like, what are like?
Wait, what's that?
Did you not hear about this?
No.
Okay, so MTV has a new show that came from like the UK or whatever. It's called X on the Beach, and it's with a bunch of people from The Challenge and like Are You the One, where they bring like, it's supposed to be like a dating show, and then their exes come and they're starting to pull people from like other shows for like The Challenge and Real World and stuff. Yeah. And Faith is on it this season on like X on the Beach. It's a brand new show.
When has she been interesting though? When
exactly?
Has she
who's her agent?
Doubt she has one. She dyed her hair gray once. Remember that?
Yeah, that was
what
gross.
The hell? Like, I'm sorry. No. I've met her a couple times, and honestly, she was nice, but do not do shit to Brittany, because she is too nice. Like, I've done some shady shit before, but I'm not.
Who hasn't?
Not to some angel.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to do it to someone who's like actually like a kind person.
And also, if you want to talk shit about me trying to get in the spotlight.
Yeah, no, at least you didn't have sex with someone who was dating someone else
on the show
in front of an old lady who is like in hospice. Like, that's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Wait, What?
Did you not? Okay, girl, did you not know? So
no, I got invited. Well, I didn't get invited to Sheena's birthday party by Sheena, but my friend owns that club. See, I hang with high rollers. I might not be hanging with people you see on TV, but my friend owns that club, and he's like, come, and I'm like, oh, it might be kind of weird if I go. And like, he's like, no, come, and I'm like, so I didn't go, but yeah, so I like heard a bunch about it. Like Lauren told me like that Brittany left in a car like by herself, and
it was really hard to watch, and like just like, and then Faith was like, I think I might be pregnant and all this stuff, and it was just like,
fuck you.
Yeah, it was just like so much, and I was just like, I'm done with this girl. Like anyone now, it's my thing is like, if you do something to Brittany, you do something to me.
Yes,
she's like,
I love it. No, but that like, sorry, she's too sweet. That's like hurting somebody like super innocent and like loyal.
Yeah,
she's not just some nice girl. Like she's a nice, good character. Like,
and she's
nice
real.
Girl. Yeah, she's real.
Okay, so I guess we're done talking about Jax and Brittany and Faith because I'm so over Faith that I don't want to like talk about it anymore.
Yeah, bye Faith.
But I want to ask you something that is very close and personal to me.
Oh yay!
Have James and Logan slept together?
Oh my god. Okay.
And I want to know what Logan actually is like because he seems like low key, not trying to throw any shade, but I'm throwing all the shade. Yeah. He just rubs me the wrong way. I just don't get it. And I feel, okay, so they had this like scene in the reunion where they were like showing James and Logan together. And James was like, yeah, I love you, man. He's like, and he was like, yeah, as a friend. And then Logan like leaned forward and he's like, more than a friend. And like was doing this like creepy smile. And I was like,
so funny.
This is weird. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to know your thoughts on Logan.
Oh my god, I wonder if they're friends now.
I don't know if they are anymore because like that was like the drama was like Logan said that he had slept with James on the show and he was like, yeah, we hook up or whatever, and told like Brittany or someone that, and then James was like, that's never happened, and like bitched him out on the phone and was like, I was your friend and you're gonna try to pull this shit on me kind of thing. But
this
like
is so weird because like James lied so much about me, so for me to defend him I feel like is like disrespect, or like do I have self-respect? But like I'm always gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
So I really don't know if that's happened. Like, I know people like to say, like, oh, James is so gay or whatever. Yeah. But, like, he has no problem with gay people. So he's not, like, gonna, like, try to hide his identity. Like, but, like, to slander him like that, like, I don't know if... I've heard rumors, but I think it all could be started by Logan. And I don't know. It's weird because I've had good interactions with Logan. The first time, no. Like, the first time I hooked up with James, like, he got really jealous and was like, he thought I was a fan, I guess. He didn't know I worked at SUR. And was like, he fucking bitched me out, like, so hard, though. Like, was really aggressive towards me. And he's huge. He's, like, a tall, like, thicker. Yeah, he's tall. I've only seen him like super drunk. Yeah. But like, yeah, no, he's like not some like, I was intimidated and I was like new at SUR and I was like hooking up with James and he was just like, you're some like fucking thirsty ass bitch. And I was just like, I don't even like, what are you talking about?
Like, please don't come out for me.
I'm just hanging out with people. And like, he was super mean, but he apologized later, which I think is pretty admirable when people apologize. Yeah. Maybe he just did that because I worked at SUR, but he's been nice to me since. He's always been nice to me, but I've heard rumors like of him like loving James so much that he like makes up things. So
it was weird.
It could be true. And like, even though James is an asshole and like, I do think he loves Raquel. Like, I don't think that
I think he really does. Because he was at Sonoma yesterday. He was in Sonoma. That's really,
yeah. I don't want to say that's so cute, but like,
it's like, as a boyfriend,
I do think he loves her. Like, I think even when he hooked up with me that he loved her, but she was gone. He was hooking up with a lot of people. And he just, I don't know. To me, I just don't think he's gay. I really don't.
And that's what I said. When we originally I was on a podcast talking about Logan and James. I like back when I was doing like Vanderpump for Buttered Pop. And I was mad at Logan because, like, if that's James' story, that's James' story to tell. If it's not James' story, it's not James' story. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't just,
like,
you don't reveal something so personal about somebody if that is true. And he's a gay person, so why would he want to,
like, out someone else?
To somebody?
It's not a good look for anyone.
Even if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's true, but if it is, like, what kind of friend are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's true. I really don't. James, to me, has always come across as really straight. He was, like, making out with girls at Pump when he used to work there. Like, but also, who cares? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, it says more about Logan than James.
I agree. I think it says more about Logan.
And I don't even like James, so coming from me, like,
that's
people
huge.
should take
that's
that.
Huge,
yeah, like,
James and Logan did not hook up. You heard it here first.
I really don't think so.
I, like, keep, like, adjusting my shirt because we're on camera and I'm like,
I know,
I think weird.
I don't want to get, like, a camel toe.
Yeah, I'm like, I had to, like, my crotch is coming up, so, like, it's fine.
My hair.
We're fine. Whatever.
We're pretty.
The camera makes us look good. We're good. Okay. So we're done with James. I want to know if you know anything about Tom Tom, the new bar opening. Have you heard anything? Do you know anything about it? Or
I feel like this has been an ongoing project for like a year because it's
a while.
Like So I really don't know. I feel like they could start. Like, I don't understand why they're not starting it.
If you had the option to work at Tom Tom and go to Tom Tom instead of working at Sir, would you do it?
Yeah.
I think you should do that if you have the option because I feel like
I'll
might get more attention. Ask Lisa.
I'll ask them. Yeah.
Because I feel like they might start taking the show from Sir and move it maybe into Tom Tom because that's like their entity and they're going to hang out there. And most of them like don't really work at Sir anymore. Do they? Or like it looks like they're just almost like special appearances almost. And you can't say. I mean, if you don't want to say, you can say no comment. It's totally fine. But like, that's my interpretation.
I can't say.
Yeah, it's fine. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like they might move the show from Sir to Tom Tom just because that's where it's going to be centralized with like all the characters. Because like Tom, Ariana, Katie, Tom are all going to be there. And then that's all their closest friends. I think that might be good I know you don't want to be famous, but just to have your name out there, girl. Get your face out there. Find your Elon Musk or become your Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be cool to work there. Maybe just because I want to do something. Like, I don't know. I need to have some kind of stability because I've been so all over the place. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll ask them if I can apply. But
well, regardless,
I'm not trying to be like in any kind of spotlight. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's the Kris Jenner
I'm too
and me
rich. Like,
pushing you. I'm too rich. I'm too rich to work at.
I'm just too rich. Like, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just like, I feel like a lot of the people in my life, like, not in my, like, in my business life, they're not listening to, like, all the stuff that I've been on. They're not watching the shows I've been on.
Yeah.
They're not. Oh, I'm also going to be on Fear Factor. You need to watch that.
Oh my God. Okay, literally, so we need to talk about this because I almost applied.
Shut up.
No,
really?
so me
I'm
and
going to be on it with Corinne.
Oh, you guys are doing it together?
We did it.
Oh my God. So me and my friend Shanna, who's like my really good friend, we always go on trips and everything together. She's like that blonde girl. I don't know if you've ever seen her on like my Insta story.
I probably have.
She's like always on it. We were like, we should do Fear Factor, but then we got too drunk at Life is Beautiful to like film the video. So then we like missed the cutoff. But like, how was Fear Factor?
We only lasted a day. Like, but
spoiler alert. No, it's fine.
It's supposed to air. They told us that it was going to air in February and it's already May and it hasn't aired. So like, I wonder if it got pulled or something or if it's like super late. I don't know.
Should we just start talking about Corinne? We're going to get into the nitty gritty now. I mean, we've talked, Vanderpump Rules is in your past. Your current situation is that you're Corinne. So I'm going to do a little background on me with Corinne because I don't have a background with her, but she posted that she was like looking for an assistant. And I
remember that. Yeah.
I had just gotten a new job. I'm an assistant for like a business manager. Like I work like in finance now. Random.
That's amazing. No, but go for it. Seriously, that's all my like. This is like for fun for me, but like
this isn't a hobby. Like we do this because this is like our passion.
Yeah. Of
course, but it's I'm an assistant for like a business manager. So I had just gotten that job and I was really new. And then she posted the whole thing where she's like, I'm looking for an assistant. So I went to my roommate and I was like, I could get this job. I was like, I've worked because I've worked for Patty, the Millionaire Matchmaker. She was my first boss, and like I have this job at assistant right now, and I have like the history. And I was like, I could totally do it. Like she would love like a little like boy assistant, like
she would,
she would have loved it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna apply, and then I was like, whatever. And then I like missed it, and I liked my boss. I love my boss, so I was like, I don't want to leave my boss. And then I'm on Instagram, and I'm on your story, and I see with Corinne, I'm like, holy shit! Of course, Gigi is Corinne's assistant. Like, of course she went for the job and got it. And I was like, I'm glad I didn't apply, whatever. She deserves it. It was great. But so then you started working for her, or what is the situation? But that's how I knew that you were working for Corinne.
Yeah, no, I remember you replied to one of my stories and you were like, of course. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But like, so she posted on her story and I was like following her because I was a fan. Like I watched that show and I was like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious.
Before we get into it, do you need some more rosé?
Oh, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna pour. You can keep talking. I'm pouring.
This should be a gif.
Armin will make any gifs that you want of these videos, so just let.
Well, that's how I found you guys. Was this gif was posted about me, and I was like, oh my god, my nose looks so bad. I'm gonna. I was like, yeah, duh. And you guys were like, you want to come on? I was like, okay.
Yeah, you were mad at us because like something, and you were like,
well, no, because you were like, Gigi's psychotic, and I was like, you know what? You would be psychotic.
And then I met you, and I was like, I totally get it.
Yeah, no, we loved each other. I was like,
cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. So let's get into Corinne. So you were a fan. I mean, I think everyone knew who Corinne was. And like, if you watch The Bachelor or like reality TV at all, you like know the situation. Like you know who she was. She was hilarious. Mm-hmm.
What's funny is like, some of my friends I guess they applied me for The Bachelor and I had like taken an interview like right before Corinne posted that. But they didn't go through with it. I guess I'm not funny enough. But
no, thank God. But I think it was like Ari's season or something, right? Wasn't it?
Ew, yeah. I could never pretend to like that guy.
Yeah, you couldn't fake that one.
Yeah. I didn't watch that season, but still like dead.
I said it. It's true.
Yeah, no, I don't. My mom didn't, and my mom is like she's a Bachelor fan. My mom like will watch every season, but she didn't watch that. She stopped. Like, I don't think Isn't the premiere of The Bachelorette happening soon?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I've really dropped it because I used to be a big fan when I was younger. But now I'm like, what? Who?
No, but the reason I started watching was because people were sending me like videos of Corinne. They were like, oh, she's so funny. She's just like you. So I was like, okay. So I started watching and I thought she was funny. And I was like, oh my God, I'd be best friends with this girl. But she posted something and I was like, let's just apply for like shits and gigs. I did not think anything was going to transpire after that. But I sent her my resume and I was like, oh, like, just so you know, like, I worked for the Kardashians. And she responded right away. But I just thought she was probably getting, like, tons of DMs.
That's what I thought.
So I was like, she's not going to read it. And she did. And I was like, shit. Like, she offered me the job on the spot.
Really?
Like, I came to her house, like, 3 days later. And she was like, well, the job's yours, like, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I feel like believe it or not, I'm shy if you don't know me. Like, I'm kind of awkward and quiet. And, like, she even said that, like, a month or two later. She was like, yeah, no, when you first started, I thought you were so quiet and shy. But then we, like, got closer. And so Corinne doesn't have any business. like, she's like, yeah, I don't really know why she was asking for an assistant because she doesn't need one. She's not a businesswoman. She doesn't have anything that she needs an assistant for. Yeah. She needs an assistant just as much as I need an assistant. It's just because you're lazy and you want people to do stuff for you. Anyway.
The real reasons why people have assistants.
So when I started working for her, it kind of was like an assistant thing. Like, I'd take videos of her, but then we got closer and like she'd be like, and, like, we'd be doing stuff throughout the day, and she'd be like, well, is there anything you want to do? And I was like, it was, like, when I was new and quiet, and I was like, I don't know. She's like, oh, my God. I told my mom that I basically just hired you to be my friend, which is true. She doesn't really have many friends here. Yeah. I've worked here, or I've lived in LA for, like, 5 years, so any friends that I introduced her to were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're just dragging yourself down. Like, most of my friends have never heard about her. Yeah. I guess she does, like, she posts things, but like I follow Joelle Fletcher.
Yeah, JoJo Fletcher.
I didn't watch her season, but I just think she's pretty, and
really
she has
pretty.
a lot of followers, so I followed her. You know when you follow someone on Instagram just because you follow them?
Yeah, I have a few of those where I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Like,
yeah,
I
like
don't
I have
care.
no idea who she is, but like no one's like that for Corinne. Like if you look at her Instagram, there's no aesthetic. Like somebody showed me a post she did, or from Coachella. And I don't know what the fuck her outfit was. It was like some green snake thing. It was so trashy. And she's like,
okay.
Like
I saw her at Coachella.
Oh yeah, you told me.
I texted you. So when I was at Coachella, weekend 2, and I go with Red Bull. So my friends all work for Red Bull. So we're always like VIP, like whatever in the area. And I like am literally getting a drink, and I like turn, and I like literally turn right back around because I'm like, holy fuck, that's Corinne. And I texted you like immediately.
Yeah. I was like, ew. I was like, she's probably fucking.
And she was
posing.
with DeMario, which we'll talk about in a second if you can. But
yeah, no, I can. Trust me, I have not. Like somebody DM'd me and was like, "Don't you have an NDA?" I'm like, "There's no NDA
I think
with
that was
people
me.
unless they're famous."
Well, that's why I asked, because I was like, because when I worked for Patty, and probably when you worked for the Kardashians.
Oh, I
had
have
to
a
sign.
big NDA with
Yeah.
the Kardashians, like forever. Like I
Yeah.
can never. Well, I liked working for Chris, so I have nothing bad to say about her.
You know, me and Chris have the same birthday, so I call her my like
Oh
spirit
my
animal.
God,
It's like
really?
I have like I tell my parents like Estrada is the new Kardashian. Like my daughter is gonna be like my Kim.
Love it. I love it.
That's how I like to be famous. Is like for being like a badass
Momager.
Like, momager.
Yeah, love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk about Corinne. So you started working. You were hired to be her like friend, essentially. So
Yeah.
and you're no longer working for her.
No,
so
fuck her. I hate her.
what happened? Like, what was the rift?
Okay, so the whole thing was just like me hanging out with her while she had to do things. She does do like she will like film something for some company. She'll go to a premiere, but like premieres, I realized everybody goes to, or everybody can go to. Some people choose not to go to. Some people go. She would use it as like
Publicity?
publicity, yeah, because she'd go and she wouldn't even see the movie.
Oh, she would just go for like this
Yeah,
step and repeat.
Yeah. She also loves attention. So like if she can go somewhere where she knows people are gonna take her picture,
Yeah.
she will go. Like for her birthday, she wanted paparazzi there for her birthday, and we went to the Nice Guy.
Okay.
And
yeah.
they always have paparazzi, but no one was taking pictures of her. And she like texted her publicist and was like, "Why didn't you text the people you know at TMZ, like to be there?" Like she cried. Like that's
Oh my
how important
gosh.
fame is to her.
That's like kind of sad. to
No,
be
it
honest.
is sad. Exactly. Like a bunch of people who I introduced her to were like, "Oh my God, like this girl is like such a bitch," because she's not nice. Like I brought her around a bunch of my friends, and if the focus isn't on her, she's upset. If the focus is on her, she's really nice, cool,
Yeah.
like funny girl, like laid back. And like because we did get kind of close, like I would try to tell her that, but like in the nicest way possible. I'd be like, sometimes you're really nice, but sometimes you're just really cold to people.
Yeah.
Like, and even to like, I've lived here for a long time. I'm friends with connected people who don't give a shit about reality TV. And that's not putting them down. Like,
No, that's
reality TV is people's jobs, but there are different.
I've been here for a while. There's different sectors
communities.
of people in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have like,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So some people who are like, if she wanted to be such, like who she is, this girl who sucks success and sees an opportunity to get something for herself, if she really wanted to take that opportunity, she could have with the people I introduced her to.
Yeah.
But because she's so shallow and obsessed with herself, she couldn't even do it. Like she would be at dinners that I invited her to, and people would be like, "Why did you bring this girl? Like, you cannot bring this girl again." I'm like, "I'm sorry." Like because
some people just can't hang though.
Yeah, she's so insecure though. She would beg me to sleep over every night. Like I'd be like, "I'm gonna go home." She'd be like, "No, but like I want you to sleep over. I hate sleeping alone." And like, oh, okay, this is another thing. Like she went on her own podcast and was talking about this guy who she started seeing very casually. Like it was so casual, but she was already talking about marriage. Like, I'm an insecure girl. Like, if I'm posting a picture of myself, I'm like looking so hard to see if my legs are small or if my waist looks bigger or is the same width as my hips. I'm like, oh my God, I'm insecure.
No, it happened. My roommate literally was yelling at me because I was trying to post a picture like last week, and I literally was flipping between two pictures that almost identical. And she was like, there's no difference between the two. And I was like, but you don't understand. I need to make sure it's perfect.
I'm the exact same way.
Like, that's real.
Exact same way. But she's insecure to a whole nother level. Like, she was barely dating this guy, and I don't even want to say his name because I know that he doesn't want to be in like the media, but he dated Kyle Richards' daughter like a long time ago, and she brought her up in a podcast and was like, whatever, I have more followers than her. And I remember when she said that, I like cringed because like I cared about her a little bit. We like got a little close, so I was like, girl, what I don't want her to say that. Like, she looks so bad. Yeah,
it makes you look like...
But that's all she cares about. She's like, if I have followers, that's who I am. I know some really connected people in Hollywood. They don't even have Instagram.
No, that's like the thing is like, sometimes the most successul people are so much detached from like everything. Yeah. Like, you will meet people and you'll be like, oh, like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, oh, I don't have one. And then you
later hear. Yeah, you later hear from somebody else. Like, yeah. So... that guy like was texting her about it and was like, and like she was talking to me about it, and I was like, don't take this the wrong way, but like you look kind of shallow by saying that about the follower thing. And she was like, do you think I should say something? And I was like, yeah, maybe just say that you were just joking. And she didn't want to. Like, and I don't think they talk anymore. I don't know because I haven't talked to her in like 2 months, but yeah, so that's just who she is. She was a bad person. I was trying to get away from her for so long. Like, that paycheck also was nothing to me. Sorry, I'm rich. But like,
rich bitch.
Like I took that job for fun. We went to Gucci shopping together. So if anyone thinks that I needed that job, that's funny. Like, I made more when I was working at Sir. But I still worked at Sir when I was working for yeah. But and then I went on this podcast with her called The Morning Breath.
Oh, with Girl with No Job, right?
Yeah. But I was in the audience, and then the interview was going so poorly. Like, she mentioned me, and then the girl Jackie started asking me questions, and I was like, I didn't want to bring attention to myself. I was just sitting there. I had met Jackie before, and I didn't say, hey, I'm Gigi from Vanderpump Rules. Yeah. No, I had already met her, and then when they were already filming, I was in the audience, and she was like, oh, like starting asking me questions, and then a producer like handed me a microphone, so I started answering, and then later I was reading the comments because they're live, and like everyone's like, justice for Gigi, Corinne sucks.
Oh my gosh.
But I never brought that up to her. Like, if I want the spotlight so badly, wouldn't I have? Like, wouldn't I have been like, oh yeah? But no, like I feel like I was a good paid sidekick to Corinne. Like, she brought sorry, I'm a little drunk now.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get you like a little.
No, it's okay.
Well, we had a little bit of rosé.
But we went
like half a bottle deep. We're like, here we go.
I went to New York with her, and I paid for my own hotel. Like, we split the hotel cost. Yeah. You don't do that though when you bring your assistant somewhere. Yeah. Like, and we stayed at the St. Regis, and for all you broke ass bitches, it's a really nice.
It's a good ass hotel.
It's a nice hotel.
It's the St. Regis.
Yeah, and like that's okay, but like, I know she had like some complaints late because I'll tell you about this like huge breakout fight that we had.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get into that. Yeah,
we let it all out, but like sometimes I would get kind of bitchy throughout the whole time that I was working for her, because it wasn't like a real job. Like it was like we were friends, and that sometimes it was like I was her bitch. So it was just not a professional work environment. So for her to ever even say anything like she was a bad assistant, like this was not a real job. Like you needed a friend, you needed a sidekick, and you paid me this really low amount that was kind of like my clothing.
Your clothing budget?
Yeah. So it was really nothing to me. But because we developed this minor friendship that I now think was not real. it's just like, don't try to come at me for my job because I'm a really good worker.
You worked for the Kardashians. It's not like you don't know how to do your job.
Yeah, like, but this was not a job. Like,
yeah.
You're not gonna bring me to New York to work for you and then I'm paying for my own hotel room.
Yeah, no, that's
at the St. Regis.
That's weird because like,
yeah. And then we go shopping at Gucci together when I'm buying a bag that is the same price as the check that you give me. Like,
yeah. Like, come on.
Sorry. Do you really think I'm doing... Like, I applied to that job for fun.
Yeah.
It was not because I was so...
You're like, I need this job. Like, you're like,
yeah.
You're like, whatever.
But this is the thing also, at the end of the day, most people I talk to know that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, no, we know. Like, so sometimes when I get, like, anxiety about her talking about me, it is so pushed under the rug because the stuff with Vanderpump Rules, that was real stuff. Like, people look at them. No one's really looking at Corinne. She's a joke.
Well, I need to ask you about Corinne and Demario because I saw them together at Coachella, and that was like the big drama with Corinne was like that whole like sex scandal. And so I want to know, what do you know? Like,
I'll tell you everything.
Perfect.
I'll tell you everything.
We're getting right to the nitty gritty with this. Demario and Corinne, we're gonna get the real dirt.
Well,
right
I
now.
guess there was a huge court case with like,
oh really,
with the Bachelor team and with Demario and Corinne.
Because
after
the producers were like,
yeah, it was the producers who like said something about it. But then there was this huge court case and there was trials and
wow.
I was there right after, but she said everything. And like they both got paid a huge amount of money to just stay quiet about everything. But see, when that whole thing happened, I didn't know her. But remember she came out with that statement was like, I'm a victim.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. And as a woman, this is... And I really don't like when people, like, use being a woman or a victim as something to joke or not joke about or just not something to be serious about. Like,
yeah, where it's like it's that's such a serious thing.
That's
that
a serious statement though too.
Yeah, it's a very serious statement. So that when you take it lightly, it devalues everyone else
the
who
people
has
who
that situation. Yeah.
See, we're the same.
Yeah, I get you.
See, so when that came out though, to me it was like I didn't know her then, but when you hear that from an outsider's point of view, you hear that and you think, oh, this girl's been raped.
That's exactly what I thought. I was on Corinne's side. I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, me too. But then later she was like, no, I was a victim to the media. And it's like, you did not make it sound like that. You made it sound like you got raped.
By Demario. Yeah,
exactly.
That's literally, I was like, Demario took advantage of her. She's the victim in that situation.
When you watched, I only watched Bachelor in Paradise to hear like the point of view from that. And they were all like, we know Demario and like, we know she didn't do that. And when she came out with that statement, that's why none of those girls talked to her. Like she's like, when you're not friends with anybody from that season, you need to look at it. Like,
what's the reason? Yeah.
Like none of those people talked to her because she tried to make an innocent man look like he did something wrong to her. And I feel bad because I've met Demario and I really like him.
He seems
but he's
really
falling
nice.
for her thing. Like they go take pictures together and do this like publicity stunt in front of everybody.
They were literally at Coachella together. They were
yeah,
at
she's
Coachella
probably
together.
holding his hand.
No, they were.
Like,
they were like, and it was like the thing too, because you've been to Coachella and you've been so you know like the VIP area next to main stage.
Yeah, I mean I do artists, but yeah, I go.
Okay, well, I'm just. This is where they were.
Yeah,
girl.
VIP.
Like,
Yeah. No, I know.
So we were in the VIP, like the main bar or whatever, and you know how there's like that area with like they're like the stone pillars with like the I don't know what they're called, like atriums or whatever. Like
yeah, no, I know.
So no one was in that area because everyone's at the bars or by the stage, and they're like right in the dead center in the atrium, like canoodling and like looking for attention. It looked like I was like,
yeah,
dead
he
center.
does it too. Like they both want it. They both really love the attention. Like we went to a guest like opening thing on 3rd and Promenade.
Okay.
And so they were shopping together and I was like, oh, there's paparazzi outside. She's like, oh, okay, there's paparazzi outside. Demario. Like, come on, let's just.
Oh.
So they do it on purpose. She calls her publicist. They want attention. And I feel bad saying that about Demario because he's such a nice guy, but like, whatever. Like they want it. Like they call for it. They desperately need it to feel good. Like, It's just funny because the real famous people, they don't fucking want that. Like,
Yeah,
they're trying to have a
find
normal
their...
life, but she's so desperate for attention, so desperate for
I think
pictures.
that's how you can tell who is like a real star and who's not.
Exactly.
Because the people who are like big stars, they're like trying to find a solace from like that whole world, because it's like so insane. Like, you see people and they're like, I don't want my picture taken, or like, you'll be out. And like, that's the big thing with me is like, I would never go up to someone and be like, oh my God, can I get your picture? If they were like a Chris Evans or like, you know, like,
agreed,
like Julia Roberts. Like, that's like
Britney Spears.
Even
though I love her so much,
no,
I would be like dead. But like,
I wouldn't ask for a picture because that's not what she wants. But like, I saw someone from like The Challenge on like Real World in public, and I was like, I need to just get a picture.
Yeah, they
of
want it.
Me and you, and he was like, of course, like, come on, like, let's get a picture, kind of thing. But it's like, I don't know. It's just, you can really tell who is what, and like, especially in LA. I mean, you've lived here long enough. It's everyone's normal. Like, everyone's a person. like that's what it really comes down to, is like, everyone is a human being.
Exactly.
And it's like, no one's like special, and you don't.
That's why we're so humble.
We're such good people. Humble. We're so humble. Like, people are literally, I'm nobody, and literally people are gonna hate me after this, I feel like, but it's fine. Girl, we'll take on the world. Come for us. Come for us. Come. All right, so we're back from our bathroom break. When you have metabolisms like ours, you drink rosé like we do, we gotta have a second, you know, to use the baño, you know, for us
mostly
half Mexicans. I know, no. I like am like trying to like gain weight. It's like not even a thing.
I fucking feel so bad for you.
So hard. It's such a hard life. I was like also really nervous about like you sitting in the chair, but I feel like that's like a guest chair, but like this is like a guest couch. But I have a strict rule with Buttered Pop that I always have to be on the couch because my left side is my better side.
No, I get it.
What's your side?
My right side's my best side, so I feel like it just works out. Are we soulmates?
I think we're soulmates because if her right side's the right side and my side's the left side, then like we can always do stuff together.
Soulmates.
Forget Morning Breath. Forget Claudia and Jackie O. It's all about Eddie, E, and Gigi. Gigi and E.
E and Gigi. E squared, G squared.
E squared, G squared. The dynamic duo here to bring it at you. Okay, so we talked about Demario and Corinne. Like, let's like let that be. They basically
do your thing.
You know, did or whatever. But I want to know why you and Corinne are no longer together. Because I mean, it sounds like there was some issues, but was there like a big, like you said, there was like a big fight, right?
Yeah. Well, there was some built up, like within that 3 months. There was a lot of built up. There were many built up situations that kind of just created some weird thing. Mostly for me though, because she would always be like, oh my God, you're my best friend, you're my sister, I want you to sleep over every night, I want you to do this, do you want to come to Thanksgiving with me, blah blah blah. Like, she was almost like a boyfriend that was just like,
is this a relationship?
No, exactly. Like, my friends would be like, they would show me this video actually that's like shit girlfriends say, and one of the lines in it, it's this hilarious video, it's viral, so like if you look it up, shit girlfriends say, it's shit so funny.
Check it out.
But one of the lines in it is, my best friends hate you. And they would do that, and they'd be like, this is coming from us about Corinne, like, you should be saying this to her, my best friends hate you. But literally all my friends hated her. Like, I brought my friends to her birthday party, and like just sometimes out like shopping, like one of my best friends, Sydney, met her when we were shopping, and she was like, she's so mean, like she didn't even say hi to me. Like, it's, if Corinne thinks that she can get something out of you, she's gonna be so nice to you, and you're probably gonna think that she's a nice girl.
Who knows, maybe she's gonna try to get on this show
exactly next. She's gonna be like, oh Eddie, I love your ripped jeans, they're so chic.
Yeah, I'm like wearing, by the way, I did not know Gigi was gonna come in a full on like gorgeous attire. Like, I was
going
like,
to a rich event after.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm like casual cool. I just got off the plane. I was like, I'm just gonna be like in jeans and a t-shirt, just like chilling, like drinking rosé. And then she comes in, and I'm like, okay, flawless queen, goddess among us. Like, here we go. Okay, but like, let's get back to Corinne.
Okay, so she's rude to waiters, and to me, I feel like
huge.
that it's huge, right?
We've worked in the service industry. We understand.
Right. I think though, if you're rude to waiters, you're rude. Like, you're a bad, if you are mean to waiters, you're mean.
Yeah.
Like, I can not be mean to somebody who is giving me some kind of service. And she's so rude to waiters. It's just, or to people getting her, like, we're at Nordstrom, somebody's going to bring her a pair of shoes. Like, she's a mean girl. She's just rude to people. And, like, all of my friends were like, this girl's mean. She's dragging you down. Like, why are you doing this? And it became, it got to a point where I was just doing it because I felt bad for her. And because she said all these things about me, like, you're my best friend, I love you so much, you're like my sister, like,
you felt trapped.
I felt trapped. I felt bad. Like, I knew she was holding me back from living my regular life in LA to, like, I didn't want to hurt her, like, by leaving. It was so toxic. I felt like
that's like an abusive relationship.
Yeah. So for New Year's, we went to Aspen, and, like, I had a lot of friends going to Aspen.
Almost went to Aspen for New Year's.
Oh my God, I wish you went. I wish you went. You would have been a part of this.
No, because my cousins do, like we're gonna go to Aspen for, like, the holidays. Like, my family was gonna go, but then we ended up going to, like, Mexico a couple, like, months ago anyways instead. So we were like, that's gonna be our family trip as opposed to Aspen. But, like, when I saw you in Aspen, I was like, oh, I just missed you. Because remember, we were all supposed to be on New Year's or Christmas Eve. We were supposed to be at the Niners game together.
Yes.
Remember?
Oh my God. Yes.
And we're like, oh, we just missed it. Like, there was multiple times
where fate is keeping soulmates from each other.
I know. It's so like sad. Now we're here. Okay, but so what happened in Aspen? Because I'm sad I wasn't there now.
So in Aspen, like, I went with her, like, again, like, we had this weird relationship where, like, I was her assistant, but also her friend. But I was going, like, because she was forcing me to with her. Because I could have gone for free with my friends, with my family friends who have, like, mansions there, like, really nice houses. But instead, she wanted me to go with her to this, like, hotel called the Molly Gibson, which is basically like the Holiday Inn. Like, you don't go there. Really? Yeah. So I went with her and her friend Noelia, and you're gonna die. But so we went, and the vibe was kind of weird for me at the start. Like, I was really sick when I got there. We were really tired. Like, we had a lot of issues, like, getting into our room. So we get there, and then, like, the first day happens. Her friend hasn't got there yet. I bring her out with my friends. Like, my friend is, like, kind of this rich, like, spoiled trust fund baby, but he's a really nice guy, and he took us out to dinner at I forget what it's called. We went to Pablo Escobar after, but, like, or we went to Escobar after, but before we went to a really nice dinner. He paid for everything. She was super quiet the whole time, and he was like, what the fuck? Like, that's so rude. And I'm really like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, she's just like that. Because the guy that dated the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Kyle's daughter, he was there, and he was the one who told her to come initially, but he didn't want to hang out with her when we were there. He didn't invite her on his trip. He just said, you should go to Aspen. You should be there too. And we did, and he didn't want to hang out with her. So, like, she was so quiet, like, the whole time. And that's how she is. If she's not getting her way, or if she's not getting attention from somebody, that's how she is. So that's just how it was. And it just set the whole vibe for me. I wanted to be with my friends who were there, who are nice people, who are inclusive, who don't care where you're from, what kind of background you have in
what show you've been on.
What show you've been on.
What show have you been on? I've been on this. Like,
no, but they literally don't give a shit. Like, they don't care that I've ever been on Vanderpump Rules. They're like whatever. Like, they really don't care. Like, they're cool people. So that was the whole vibe. Then the second night, her friend was there, and I guess, like, they had some friends there that could only fit 2 people in their reservation, and I had some friends that it didn't matter. Like, anybody could go if you're pretty. But if you're pretty,
I used to go to Vegas with, like, all these really pretty girls, and they were like, oh, as long as he's with the girls, like, it's fine. It's like whatever. So I got it.
That's just how that it goes.
How the world works. It's how clubs. We went to opening night of Omnia and Justin Bieber's birthday.
Oh fuck.
With Martin Garrix. Kris Jenner was, like, 2 tables over from us, but, like, I get it. I understand. Like, I feel your vibe.
It's just how it is.
How it is, I guess. We just live the life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so keep going.
So, but I, like, kind of wanted to get away from her. So I was like, wait, why don't you and your friend go with your friends, because they can only fit 2 people in. Like, you go, and I'll just go with my friends. No big deal. I really wanted to go. Like, I was like, I want to go to this, like, nice restaurant with my friends. Yeah. And she was like, okay, but, like, I really want to meet up after. I was like, yeah, no, for sure. We'll meet up after. So I go with my friends. We go to dinner. I have literally such a good time. My phone dies, and I'm actually happy. I'm like, I just want my phone gone. Yeah. Like, I don't want to, like, meet up with Corinne later. And I eventually turned my phone on. We're at the Bootsy Bellows in Aspen after dinner. Yeah, yeah. And I get all these texts from her and her friend that are like, where are you? Like, what are you doing? And I'm drunk. So I'm like, are you really getting an attitude with me? Like, I'm out and my phone died. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to leave. So later on, like, we're walking to her janky ass hotel, and
The Molly Gibson.
Yeah, the Molly Gibson. And
no, a new thing is called the tag and drag, where you don't just like subtweet someone, you tag them and
drag
the Molly Gibson. I love the tag and drag. I think you would enjoy it too.
I think I'm down with it.
Yeah,
I can feel it. But so we get there, or she texts me and she's like, "Your stuff is outside." And like in my head, I'm like, it's kind of like an indoor hotel. You know, They have like a courtyard that's outside. So we get there, and I'm with my friend, and my suitcase is outside, my purse is outside. It's a Celine bag, just so you know. It's a Celine bag.
I see it right here.
Yeah, it's on the snow. So I'm obviously pissed.
I would be
I was pissed. But like, I wasn't gonna go confront her. I just wanted to get my shit, but I knew that she could hear me outside, so I started talking shit. So I honestly didn't think we were gonna have some kind of confrontation. I just wanted to talk shit about her so she could hear me outside.
Yeah, so she knew what you were feeling and understood.
So I start, and one of my bags is like on the balcony. So I go upstairs, I get my bag, and I'm walking down, and I'm talking shit. My friend's downstairs, like on the courtyard with my stuff. And I'm like, this girl is a fucking loser. I'm drunk. But not too drunk. I'm not wasted.
Like drunk enough to where you
like I can remember everything. Yeah. But I'm drunk enough to have the courage to be like, I know she can hear me and I want her to hear me. Yeah. So I'm like, this girl's a loser. She has no friends. She's been paying me for 3 months to be her friend. Like, she wants to be famous so badly. She calls the paparazzi on herself. Like, and she's not famous. Like, I just like and that's where it hurts her so much because she wants to be famous so bad. So her and her friend come out of the room and I'm walking my bag like down the stairs and they start talking, but we can't hear each other. Like, I don't know what she's saying to me. I just know she's talking shit. And I'm talking shit back. Like, and then her friend, like, comes walking down the stairs, like, too, and Corinne stays up there. And, like, I'm done talking, and I hear Corinne just say, "Careful, Noelia's crazy." And to me, that's a direct threat. Like, girl...
If someone's saying, "Oh, watch out, she's crazy," that means that bitch is gonna fight you.
I know. Also, though, this girl's much bigger than I am. So imagine, like, Puss in Boots and then Shrek just charging Puss in Boots. Like, poor Puss in Boots. I'm Puss in Boots, and I feel this huge bitch coming at me.
Dad,
and,
like,
and, like, she starts attacking me, like, physically. So
really?
So I do it back. But, like, I guess I get her face like really good, and like she's down on the ground. I just want to leave. Like, I'm leaving. Yeah. I am not trying to start some physical. I think the moment you get physical, your argument is gone. It does not matter what side you're coming from, because like, just yell at each other. Yeah. You know,
use
like
words,
and then people can assess and be like, this person's right, this person's wrong. But when you get physical, it doesn't even matter what side. Yeah. Like,
it's just messy.
It's messy, and it's just like ghetto. I was not raised to ever be violent, but I was raised, and I think that every person should do this with their kids, is if somebody starts something with you physically, you finish it. Like
if you start a fight, that's so Bay Area though. I feel like that's a Bay Area thing where, like, if someone starts a fight, hun, you finish it.
Yes, like this girl came at me, and I was like, no, like, I'm not gonna let somebody just do this to me. So
I feel you so hard.
I fucking attack her back, and then we're pulled off each other, and then me and my friend go, and we go to the Jerome Hotel in Aspen, which is so nice and luxurious. It's amazing compared to the Molly Gibson. Yeah, I would never stay at the Molly Gibson willingly. Like, I was gonna go stay at the Jerome Hotel with my friends, and then go to my friends' parents' mansions in Aspen. So anyway, I ended up having the best trip of my life in Aspen by detaching from Corinne and just being with my friends. Like, I went to Kate Hudson's party.
So fun.
She has a house in Aspen, and like, we were at my friend's dad's party in Aspen, and then someone was like, "Do you want to go to Kate Hudson's?" And we were like, "Yeah, let's go."
You're like, this is way better than anything else we're gonna be doing.
So it was a blessing in disguise. To me, like, violence and any kind of confrontation is so disheartening, and it hurts no matter whose side it was. Like, it did hurt, but I have thankfully disconnected from Corinne, and I have nothing to do with her. Like, I guess on some podcast with Oh, with, I guess, the morning toast, because, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
morning breath got canceled because
of
they
the
hate
whole
Muslims
drama,
or
yeah.
something. So
Yeah, they had
or something
their
like
mom,
that.
Their mom does.
their
They
mom,
don't.
yeah,
Their mom is like drama.
I don't watch. I just like got DMs.
I
So
heard the
all
thing,
of
yeah.
my stuff is secondary information. Like it's nothing like.
Yeah.
So I'm even admitting like I don't even know if Corinne has said this shit about me, but I hear it. So
Yeah. So what did she say?
Oh, I guess she said that like I was with her at the Snapchat offices for a meeting, and I ruined some deal for her by getting into a screaming political match with somebody. This is what I heard from my friends who went on there to defend me.
Yeah.
And they were like, when I say friends, I mean like my real friends, but also people who have DM'd me who I don't even know but are on my side. Like, I consider you guys friends too, just so you know.
Y'all are friends.
But she said that, and I was like, that's never happened. Because I would admit if that's true, to be honest. Like, I'm very involved in politics, but not to a point where I would, like, I don't like discussing politics unless it's with people I know. Like, because politics are so controversial. It doesn't even matter what you believe in. Someone could twist it. I don't do that.
It's a topic we don't need to, get
so
to.
my friends were like, oh, that sounds like you. And I was like, it does, but it actually didn't happen. Like, I would admit that. I will admit any wrongdoing I've ever done. Like, sometimes when I would go to meetings with Corinne, I would get super bitchy or super quiet because it wasn't like a real job. It was like a friend thing.
Yeah.
So she could have used that. She could have been like, Gigi's a bitch. She'd come to my meeting super miserable. Like, get me with the truth, but don't make up something about me. So she said that I went to a Snapchat office with her and ruined some deal with her, but I know what she's talking about, but we never went to a Snapchat office, ever.
Guys, we're so sorry. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so we had a glitch in the system, but we're going to get back into what we were talking about, which was the Snapchat story. So she claimed that you ruined a meeting for her at Snapchat, but like that never happened. So like, let's get the end of the story, what like the situation was, because she said this on a podcast or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Or with like the morning toast or whatever.
Which is recent because that means she's
still
still
it was like
talking
a couple
about
weeks
you.
ago. Or it was like a week ago or something like that. But yeah, so I guess she said that we were at the Snapchat offices, which I've never been to. We did have a meeting with some girl who wanted to pitch a show to Snapchat TV, because I guess Snapchat is coming up with this thing where they have TV shows.
I got asked about a dating show on it. So
Yeah,
there's like all these different things coming.
But it was not at the Snapchat offices. It wasn't from a girl who worked at Snapchat.
She was just trying to
pitch a show. And you want to know what the show was called? It was called Tell Me Like I'm 5, where it's a group of people explain the news to someone as if they're 5 years old. Corinne was going to be that someone.
Really?
She's so dumb that she didn't even understand that they're equating her intellect with somebody who's 5 years old.
Lower than 5.
Exactly. So her manager and I were like, so you're gonna just give her some news, obviously news that you agree with.
Yeah.
Or news that you think is true, and explain it to her because she can't understand anything beyond
like her own personal self.
Yeah. So there was no screaming, but I was defending her. I was like, I don't think that I didn't even say she shouldn't do this. I'm like, well, what kind of news are you going to give her? Like from your own perspective? Are you going to have different people on there just so she can get both sides, or maybe 3 sides, because the news comes at you from so angle. Like, yeah. So like,
which are like fair questions to ask, because like, I mean, it's her reputation on the line.
Exactly. And I was looking out for her. But I guess on the podcast that she was on, she said, yeah, she totally ruined that deal for me. But there was no deal. Like it was a pitch. They were using her to pitch this show. And it never got picked up. So nothing got ruined, 1. And 2, there was no screaming. 3, they still wanted to work with her after this like kind of not argument, but the questioning. The questions. And there was tension for sure.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, but still, they wanted to work with her. They were at the end, like, I was like, at the end when we parted ways, like, I was like, Corinne, if you take this, I have to let you know, like, I will not work for you. Like, I will not be with you, like, because these people are snakes. Like, they're trying to use you. And, like,
It's not a good situation.
And she agreed. She was like, yeah, that girl's a snake, blah, blah, blah. And then so for her to use that situation, why didn't she just talk about Aspen?
Exactly.
Why didn't she just
She could have literally brought up you guys fighting in Aspen.
Exactly. She could have been like, she's a bitch. She's
like,
the worst assistant
Puss in
ever.
Boots went at Shrek, like, with the claws. Like.
Oh my God. Also, her friend threw a caution sign at me from a balcony.
What?
That could have fucking hurt me.
Yeah.
But I dodged it because I'm stealthy as fuck.
Come on, ninjas.
But yeah, so I was dumbfounded because like my friends were like, yeah, she brought up this situation. And I was like, wait, what? Like she chose the most random situation we ever had to distort and like make it look like she was but that's her thing. She wants to be the victim of things. Yeah. So I honestly, at the end of that, I was like, oh my God, you know what? I'm just going to tell everybody the truth about Corinne. But I'm really just going to do this with you guys because I trust you guys. You guys are like one of the most honest and fun podcasts out there. But she's going to crash and burn on her own. Her 15 minutes have already ended. Like, even at that podcast, that kind of gave me anxiety because I was like, oh my God, I don't even know these people like talking about me. I realized that nobody important listens to that. Like, except the people that were DMing me, they're honestly really nice, but like it's never going to affect like my real life.
Yeah.
Everything on the media.
The people who are like your business life and where you want to become, those people aren't listening.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
but like my friends who know me, even like you got a bad image of me the first time you met me, when you didn't met me.
When I saw you on TV.
Yeah. And then you met me. So it's like the same thing. Like Corinne had a funny, cool appearance on The Bachelor. But when you meet her and you get to know her, you know that she's trash. She's over-bleached, overworked. She's just some stupid
over-bleached,
bitch.
overworked, overhyped.
Rude to waiters.
Rude to waiters. That should be your number one sign.
Rude to waiters.
So we can just say you and Corinne are no more. We've dished the dirt. We've spilt the tea. I think we've gotten enough.
I think so too.
Let's kind of just like ease it on out. We're gonna play one more game just to like calm it out, and then we'll wrap it up. But this game is gonna be called This or That. So I'm gonna ask you a question. You're either gonna choose this or you're gonna choose that. Like you're not gonna actually say this or that, but like there's two options. If that makes sense. I'm trying to like explain it to me like I'm 5.
Corinne would be like, wait, wait, what?
Okay, so this is just really fun. Okay, so like this or that. So first of all, Schwartz or Sandy? Sandoval or Schwartz? Schwartz. Okay. Kylie or Kendall?
Since I've interacted with them and worked with them, Kendall. She's so sweet.
And she's so pretty. I mean, I think they're both really pretty.
I think they're both gorgeous. And you know what? Kylie seems like she's short, but she's taller than I am. And I'm like a decent height. You're tall.
Not short at all.
But Kendall's tall. Like, Kendall's tall.
Like, she's a model tall.
Yeah. But Kendall, I remember, was shy. Kylie was just kind of distant, like, when I worked for that family. But they both grew up famous. So to be good people, which they both are, I think says something.
And it's a testament to the family. And Chris, my role model in love. Okay. Yanni or Laurel?
Laurel.
I heard Laurel too.
Yeah.
I literally, everyone else heard Yanni and they're like, Laurel's not real. Like you're making that up. And I was like, I heard Laurel.
Yanni to me seems like, are you insane?
Yeah,
like you're just joking, right? You're lying.
No, I don't get it. I'm a Laurel. Okay. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of New York?
Ooh, this is hard. I love Beverly Hills just because they go on the best vacations. I just want to see what they're doing. I don't even care about the drama. I did watch this season though, and I didn't watch all of it, but I watched a lot, and it seemed like kind of boring.
Girl,
like
it's like
what was the drama? Like it's like, oh, she said you left early.
You were late.
Was late.
I was like, okay.
You were late. You slept at a hotel, and I was like, come on, who's fucking someone's husband?
Yeah, like we need the real juice.
New York was good.
New York's been good. Okay. Sir or Pump?
Sir.
I mean,
Loyal forever.
Yeah, I figured as much. And then we're going to end it with the Royals. Kate or Meghan?
Oh, hard because Meghan's American, but like Kate is so classy.
I know.
I love her.
I mean, I love them both, but I'm really into Meghan right now. Like, I think it's just because she's of the times. But
also, I retweeted this tweet. It was her and her mom, like, I don't like to pick the people who have struggled the most, but like her mom, like it was this tweet. It was like, imagine like you were divorced from your husband and alienated from his family because you're black, and then your daughter's a princess. And
Yeah.
I retweeted that, and it was like, fuck yeah.
I think
like,
I liked that because you retweeted. It was basically like the stepchildren like alienated her. The husband divorced her.
She's gone
single
through
mom.
so much,
like,
and what
yeah.
has she done in retaliation? Nothing.
Nothing. And I mean,
I really respect that.
good things happen to good people is what I ultimately think. Is like, if you're a good person, the karma will come back. And I just think Megan is such like, there's a lot of drama with her family, but I think her personally, I think she's just a sweet person who just wanted to find love, and she found it in Harry.
Yeah. Imagine your friend just set you up on a blind date like that.
Yeah, where are my Armin? Where's your princess that you know?
Me?
Where's your Armenian princess that I need to meet and get with? Okay.
Yeah. So I don't. It's really hard for
Armenian.
me.
Armin's not even Armenian. I just said Armin Armenian.
Wait, are you serious? I was about to be like, wait, you're Armenian. That's cool.
I made it up. I'm sorry, Armin. I'm making up like races
That's so
for you.
Funny.
I always just make that mistake. I'm sorry. I love everyone. Okay.
I make that mistake of just making up races.
So thank you so much for coming on. I had so much fun with you today.
I do too. I always have fun with you guys, honestly.
I need to have you. We need to more like do more on GGEE things. Like maybe we
Yeah.
can like, we need to figure it out where we like maybe like a morning toast or something.
Yes.
Like our own, like afternoon rosé.
Oh my God, yeah. Afternoon tanky.
Well, you can have the water later, but cheers. Thank you
Cheers,
so much. Let the
course.
listeners and viewers know where to find you one more time.
Find me on Instagram at OMGGerelyn, OMGGerelyn. My Twitter is private because I'm fucking crazy. Sorry, you guys can't be exposed to that.
Sorry,
but only
I have the inside scoop.
Yeah,
but
only the special people. But follow me on Instagram if you want to, and if you don't, then fuck you. I don't care.
Sorry to the haters. And I'm Eddie Estrada. You can find me by searching at Eddie_Estrada. And this is Buttered Pop. So find us, subscribe, follow at Buttered_Pop on Instagram and Twitter. SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play Music, and iTunes is where you can find our podcast. If you're watching, you're already here on YouTube. If you're listening, find us on YouTube. And this is Eddie Everything. And thank you for being my premiere episode. I'm so happy we did it.
Excited. I'm
We
so
did it.
excited for you, honestly. Woo!
And Gigi will be back. But until next time, guys, see ya.